Learn English through stories A15. Adapted and modified by Kulwant Singh Sandhu. Contents: 1. The Hawks and their Friends. 2. The Donkey and the Grasshoppers. 3. Dialogues. 4. Picture dictionary page. 1. The Hawks and their Friends. There is a beautiful lake near a forest. The lake has a sandy beach all around it. There lives a family of hawks on the lake. The family includes the female hawk, the male hawk, and their kid hawks. All of them are very happy. Their days are passing merrily. Every morning they go for a walk along the beach. Every afternoon they go swimming. The kid hawks play hide and seek in the water. There also live a lion, a kingfisher, and a turtle. The lion lives on the northern side of the lake. The kingfisher lives on the eastern side of the lake. The turtle lives on the southern side of the lake. Guess on which side the hawk's family lives? They live on the western side of the lake. One day the female hawk asks her husband, "Sweetheart, how many friends do you have near here?" The male hawk replies, "I have some friends, but they don't live near this lake." The female hawk says, "Dear, you must find some friends nearby. At least, we should have someone who can help us, if ever we are in trouble or danger." The male hawk says, "My dear wife, with whom shall I make friends?" The female hawk suggests, "You can make friends with the lion, the kingfisher, and the turtle. They live on the other sides of the lake." The male hawk likes the idea and goes to the lion. He says, "Dear Lion King, how are you? I hope life is treating you well. As we are neighbors, we should befriend each other. What do you think?" The lion replies, "I've been thinking of doing the same. Something we must do is called neighborhood watch. It means neighbors should help each other. Anyway, I have some extra meat. Would you like to have some? 2 days ago, I hunted a deer. It was quite big. I've got plenty of meat left." The male hawk says, "I can try a small piece." The lion gives a piece of venison to him. He also gives him a large chunk of meat to take home for his family. The male hawk goes home and says to his wife, "Dear wife, my visit to the lion was a success. We are going to be friends from now on. He also gave me a large piece of venison for our supper tonight." The next day, the male hawk goes to the eastern side of the lake. When he arrives there, the kingfisher is trying to eat his breakfast. Usually the kingfisher eats small fish or crabs. But today, he went into the deep lake and caught a big fish. The male hawk says to the kingfisher, "Good morning, kingfisher. How do you do? I hope life is treating you well. Yesterday, I went to see the lion. We have become friends. I would also like to have a friendship with you. What do you think?" The kingfisher says, "We can talk about friendship later. Let's share this fish first. It's too big for me." They eat the fish and agree to be friends. The next day, the male hawk goes to the southern side of the lake. He meets the turtle, and they become friends. The hawk family, the lion, the kingfisher, and the turtle become fast friends. Everyone is happy. Everything is going smoothly in their life. Suddenly one day, some men come to the forest to hunt. They hunt in the forest from morning till night, but find nothing. They don't want to go home empty-handed, so they go to the lake in order to see what they can find there. After the whole day, they are tired. When they can't locate anything, even on the lake, one of them says, "Let us stay here tonight and see what we can find in the morning." All of them agree to the proposal. They make beds of leaves for themselves and lie down to sleep. They make their beds under the tree where the hawk's family has their nests. However, the hunters cannot sleep because they are disturbed by flies and mosquitoes. Ultimately, they get up and build a fire on the beach of the lake, so that the fumes can drive away the flies and mosquitoes. The fumes awake the hawks, and the kid hawks cry out. Hearing the cries of the kid hawks, one of the hunters says to the other, "Did you hear that? That was the cry of the birds. They will make well for our breakfast. there are young ones in that nest. The hunter points at the nest. The hunters put more wood on the fire and make it blaze up. The hawks listen to the conversation of the hunters. The female hawk gets frightened. She cries to her husband, "These men are planning to eat our young ones. We have to ask our friends to save us, ask the kingfisher to help us, as we are in danger." The male hawk flies speedily to the kingfisher's nest and wakes him up with his cry. The kingfisher asks the hawk, "Why have you come at this late hour of night?" The male hawk narrates the whole story to the kingfisher. The kingfisher consoles the hawk and says, "Don't worry, my friend. I will help you. Go back and comfort your family. I am just coming." The male hawk flies back to his nest quickly. The kingfisher also comes to the location. On arriving, the kingfisher sees the burning fire. He instantly brings water with his wings and sprinkles the water on the fire. The fire stops. There is no ablaze anymore. The hunters make another fire. One of them tries to climb up the tree. The kingfisher puts out the fire once again. As soon as a fire is made, the kingfisher puts it out. By the midnight, the kingfisher gets very tired. The female hawk notices the condition of the kingfisher and says to her husband, "The kingfisher looks very tired. Go and ask the turtle to come and help us. In the meantime, the kingfisher may take some rest." The male hawk quickly flies down and asks the kingfisher, "Rest for a while, my friend. I am going to get the turtle." Subsequently, the male hawk flies towards the southern beach of the lake and wakens the turtle. The turtle asks the hawk, "What happened, friend? Why have you come?" The male hawk replies, "A danger has come to us." He explains the whole story about the hunters. He also says, "The kingfisher has been working for many hours and he is very tired. That is why I have come to you." At once, the turtle says, "I will help you." After this, the turtle goes to the place where the hawks live. He dives into the water, collects some mud and puts the fire out with it. On seeing the turtle, the hunters cry, "Why to bother for the young hawks? Let us kill this turtle. It will make a nice breakfast for us. We have to be careful though, it can bite us. Let us throw a net over it, and then turn it over." But they don't have nets with them, so they take some vines and tear their clothes to make a net. When they try to put the net over the turtle, they cannot roll him over. Instead, the turtle suddenly dives down into the deep water, making their efforts vain. The hunters get so impatient to get the turtle that they go down into the deep water. When they come out of the water, they say, "Half of the night, a kingfisher kept putting out our fires. Now, we have torn our clothes and got wet while trying to get this turtle. We will make another fire and eat those young hawks at sunrise." With this, they started making another fire. The female hawk is hearing the conversation of the hunters. She says to her partner, "I am afraid, sooner or later these men will get our young ones. Go and ask our friend, the lion, to help us." The male hawk flies to the lion at once. The lion asks the hawk, "Why have you come at this late hour of night?" The hawk narrates him the whole story. The lion says, "Don't worry, friend. I just come. You go back and comfort your wife and the young ones." Soon, the lion comes roaring to the place. On hearing the lion's roar, the hunters cry, "Now, all of us will be killed." They run away from the scene as fast as they can run. When the lion approaches the tree, not even a single hunter is visible. At that time, the kingfisher and the turtle also come on the scene. The hawks are happy to find the hunters are gone. They appreciate the efforts made by all of the friends and live happily thereafter. Moral: friends in need are friends indeed. 2. The donkey and the grasshoppers. There is a lovely lake near a forest. Walking on the sandy beach is delightful. On one side of the lake, there are beautiful high hills. On this lake lives a fine-looking animal. It is a donkey. He is living a happy life. Every morning he goes for a walk. He can hear the birds chirping. He looks at the rising sun. He looks at the clear water of the lake. In the afternoon he goes for a swim. There is no shortage of green grass. Life is so wonderful. It seems that the heaven has come to the earth. When he brays, it sounds very rough. But he loves singing though. He thinks, one day, I will get married, my wife and I will have many foals. I want to sing lullaby to my foals. Somehow, I must improve my voice. It doesn't matter whether the donkey is male or female. A baby donkey is called a foal. They're only foals until about a year old. After a year, the foals are called yearlings. Donkeys are yearlings for up to 2 years. After this they are called colt or filly. Colt is male and filly is female. One day he hears some grasshoppers singing. It is so pleasant listening to their voices. The donkey goes to the grasshoppers and says, "Dear grasshoppers, your voice sounds so sweet. You sing so well, I want to sing like you. What do you eat?" One of the grasshoppers stands up and says, "We drink dewdrops every morning." The donkey starts drinking dewdrops every morning. He does not eat anything else, only dewdrops. After a few days, the donkey dies of hunger. Moral: sometimes one man's medicine is another man's poison. 3. Dialogues. Nice shoes. A. I really like your shoes. B. Thank you. A. Where did you buy them? B. I bought them at a store in the mall in Jalandhar. A. Were they very expensive? B. They were around 1200 rupees. A. They look very comfortable. B. They are extremely comfortable. A. Do they come in many other colors? B. I saw several different ones when I bought them. A. Maybe I'll buy myself a pair. B. They are definitely worth the money. Bike for sale. A. Are you interested in buying this bike? B. That thing? I don't think so. A. I assure you, it is a wonderful bike. B. It looks rusted. A. That can be fixed with a light coat of paint. B. The chain looks old. A. Just oil it a little, and it will be good as new. B. The seat is uncomfortable. A. All great bikes have high seats like this. B. Well, how much are you asking for it? A. For this fantastic bike only 6,000 rupees. B. No way. If it's so valuable, sell it to the museum. Mr. B is walking home. He sees a boy riding a bike. And his girlfriend is sitting on the crossbar. Then he remembers a Punjabi song. Oh beautiful girl, the scorchingly hot month of summer. Oh beautiful girl, I am dripping with sweat. I will get you home in time. Sit on my bike. With jingling bells I will take you home. 4. Picture dictionary page.